get after it. Here we go. And this is the last thing here. Go live. Boom. All right, guys. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates. Let's crank it up.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing.
Down, Mike Hot.
Who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate.
Nope.
This a mind game.
Yeah.
Facts type lies.
What?
Get left in shame. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T. This a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit. Yeah. Step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff
Before you get revealed.
Step in, don't you wanna?
Yeah.
Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim on your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right, or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You slip once, I'm snatching it all.
Yeah.
Step in if you dare. You dare. Get hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. Yeah. One wrong move, get cooked real. You get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. Step in there, you dare. Get hard like a punch in the air.
Ain't no
rules, no plan, no script.
one wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna?
Sparring with Santana.
Yeah. This ain't a safe place.
It is not.
This is flame space.
It absolutely is.
Don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Oh, guess what, Poppy, please? Guess what? No one cares because you're too much of a coward to get in the box. Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates. Guys, please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not looking to talk to friendlies. We are only looking for some debates. If you are a friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live. I'm going to keep resetting this daily gift goal to these little 1 cent gift goals. It'll help push us out to the FYP. So if you don't mind, let's knock that out a couple of times. And MAGA, get in the box. Really simple. I want to play a game. And I just want to find out if you know where the lie is. And you have the opportunity to actually let me know that you actually know something. So let's go ahead and get this thing started here. Let's see. Spin. Poppy, please. How are you?
Hello,
how are you?
good.
Wonderful. Hey, do you have a normal name that I can call you? It's kind of weird.
Poppy.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you PP. Okay. All right, PP. PP. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Awesome. PP. Question for you. Do you know who I am?
Do I know who you are?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. PP, would you mind if I give you a quick introduction to not only who I am, but what this is?
All right.
Perfect. One moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, please get in the box. Do not request up if you're not a Trump supporter. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 25,000 likes. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. If we can knock those out a couple of times, it'll help push us out to the FYPPP. I want to play a game. Pretty simple game, if you don't mind. Let's go. PP, I would just like for you to tell me where's the lie, right? Because there's a lot of assumptions about MAGA as a whole, and
All right, yeah, I'll answer right now. Trash economy, that's a lie.
Ooh, okay.
GDP's at 3%, so how is that trash?
Sure. So would you like for me to lay out my overall premise as far as why I say trash economy, or do you want to start by telling me why it is not?
It's not. The GDP's at 3%. So that just proves you wrong right there. Done deal.
Is that your entire argument? Do you want to say more?
Well, the GDP is how you measure the economy. You know that, right? That's how you measure economic growth, and it's at 3%, and that's positive. So that's a good thing. So that means the economy is doing just fine.
Okay. Are you done? Okay. All right. So I'll go. All right. So as far as the economy, there's more factors than just the GDP. GDP is absolutely one factor of the economy, but there are multiple factors, including inflation, including the job market, including the loan market, housing market, multiple factors, right? And so the reason why I say trash economy, because while the actual GDP did show some growth, that is because of the companies that went but were proactive when it came to the Trump tariffs, right? We have multiple companies to get ahead of what Donald Trump was actually doing. One, stockpile inventory prior to the tariff policy being put in place. And two, preemptively had mass layoffs, right? They cut bonuses. They actually laid people off. We've actually seen a mass exodus of employees under the Trump administration. It's predicted to be about 1 million people have lost their jobs since Trump got back in office. All of that to actually bolster somewhat the GDP growth, but this is a temporary thing, which most economists are predicting that you'll see the turn at the beginning of Q1, where the inventory has ran out and they have cut in as many ties as they could, and you would see the shrinkage of the overall GDP. So my reasoning for saying that it is a trash economy is not just because of one thing. It's because of all the multiple factors that actually create the GDP. Hey, did you see that there's a story that was just broke that an alarming amount of Americans are now defaulting on loans because due to the actual changes in the economy, they can no longer afford to pay said loans?
I think the terrible economy was under Joe Biden. I think that's what you meant to talk about with the high inflation, all that. We're actually doing good under Trump. Inflation is 3%, same as when Joe Biden left office in January.
It's actually higher than when Joe Biden left office. But question for you. Prior
it's not,
to
it's 3%.
It's higher than that. But
no, can you even understand simple numbers, sir? What was it in January? What was it in January? Tell us.
I think that I know actually.
What was it in January? Tell us.
I think I know how to not only understand numbers, PP, but I have impulse control. So, PP, I haven't interrupted you this.
But you're a black nigger, so no, you don't have impulse control. You're a black fucking stinky hood fucking rat nigger.
Listen, I know.
You're a nigger.
Listen, you're crashing out because you want to run now.
Smart like
that. Listen. Now you're intimidated, and so you decided you wanted to slur so you could actually rage quick, but I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you do it. You have to sit in here and live up to your mediocrity. You are the weakest link. You sit here and you actually try to slur, but guess what? Your clancestors would be so sad that you have not been able to update your slurs yet. You're still relying on the same old racist tropes that your great grandpappy did. And you know what? No matter how racist you try to be, you're still mediocre, bud. You'll never be as good as me, and you'll never be as good as anyone. Yeah, I know. Guess what? I'm still here. Guess what? You keep doing that, and I'm still here. Guess who didn't know? Guess who didn't run? You're still crashing out, though, because you couldn't actually have a debate. The best thing that you could do, exactly. He had to run. Didn't kick him. See, this is the thing that I've realized, right? This is the thing that I've absolutely realized. When they realize that they don't have anything else, they go to slurs, right? They go to slurs and they go to hate because they're so used to being automatically kicked. They're automatically kicked as soon as they say any type of slur because they know they don't have anything. And they're like, oh, I win. No, because fun fact, you're not the first person to ever call me the N-word. And hell, I know for a fact you will not be the last person to call me the N-word. I'm a black man from the South. If racism, if all racism was actually you calling me the N-word, if the only thing that black people had to deal with was racist people calling them the N-word, we would have a pretty good life. Not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. Life would be absolutely, absolutely wonderful if that was the only quote unquote racism that we had to deal with. Anywho, that's one crash out down. Guys, if there's any Trump supporters here that actually want to engage in a debate, please get in the box because we are actually looking for some debates, not weak, fragile men who actually can't keep it together, not insignificant men that can't even have an actual conversation. You're a real Trump supporter and you can hold a conversation, get in the box. Joshua, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry for that because he doesn't represent us at all. So.
That's all good. Listen, Joshua, first and foremost, you don't have to apologize for other people because, I mean, you didn't do it. But like, secondly, again, words don't hurt me. I'm still here. Anyway, yeah, Joshua, would you like to play a game?
Yeah.
All right, Joshua. I have a couple of things on the background, and with those things on the background, right? It's. I would like for you to tell me where's the lie, right? Because I'm saying that MAGA is a party of violence, right? Hatred is required, and sorry, but the last guy was a pure representation of that. I think MAGA is the guardians of the PDF files. We absolutely have a trash economy, and now poll numbers are reflecting that people are not so happy with Donald Jimothy Trump. Can you tell me where's the lie, Joshua? Joshua, are you there? Joshua going once. Joshua going twice. Oh, you said 1 sec. Okay, cool. Really quick, guys. W's in the chat for Anna. Anna sent a $10 donation saying, I'm sorry you have to deal with the... Listen, again, Anna, thank you so much for the 10, but you don't have to apologize. I promise you, like, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I have dealt with worse, and like, it's expected. Like every time, no lie, every time I get on TikTok live and I turn my camera on, I expect to be called the N-word at least once. That's just the truth. W's in the chat for Anna, though. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Joshua, all right, you're back.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What did you
say? Sure. I was asking if you can tell me which one of those multiple items on the background is the lie.
Oh, I mean, you actually don't have the one I wanted to talk about, but...
What did you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about national security, and I feel like we have...
Sure, let's talk about it. What do you mean?
So, I mean, I feel like with the immigration thing, I think they did a good job because, that puts us in a safer, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it makes us safer because we now know who comes through the border, right? Because with the asylum petitions, you have to be in this country for like a year. You have to step foot first, then you have to claim it. And then after a year, before a year, you have to file the petition. So we don't know who these people are until a year, right?
Yeah, they get up to a year to actually file the claims. Absolutely.
And I heard, I'm not sure if this is true, but I heard that kids have been found, like kids that were kidnapped have been found after, they did all this with immigration.
Yeah, no. So as far as like child trafficking, right? That's a huge issue. That's something that we for sure are worried about and concerned about. But the premise behind asylum seeking, right, and asylum seekers, like they're not the ones that are engaging in trafficking, right?
Wait, I don't. Wait, well, I don't want to get you banned. I mean, I have my AirPods on, but I'm driving.
No, it's fine. No, don't talk about it. You're fine. Let's keep the conversation going.
So,
like I said, with the actual child trafficking, like that's an issue that we can all agree on, right? But I guess the question I have for you is more so around what the Trump administration has done in order to actually do anything as far as fixing the border, right? Because while I will grant you that border crossings are down, it's not just border crossings, right? Do you know what's happening to our economy due to the actual Donald Trump policies with the border?
Yeah, I mean, it shows that it's going down. People are losing jobs, I guess, right?
Yeah, but someone put it in the chat. Tourism is absolutely down. Did you know that since Trump has come into office and since he actually started implementing this quote unquote mass deportation, Las Vegas has lost over $80 billion.
Oh, I went to Las Vegas like a month ago, and I'm telling you, that shit looks like worse than the COVID times. It looks scary. Like I never seen something like that before, and especially in Las Vegas, right? It has a lot of tourism. But I'm not telling you I'm like I support what he's doing, but in a way, for national security, it does work. I feel like, but it low-key gets people scared to come to this country, right?
Well, and that's actually exactly what it is. Like, people aren't coming to the U.S. It's not about border crossings. I mean, it's about people not coming to the U.S. Other countries are telling people their citizens don't come to the U.S. Canada, which are like some of the largest blocks of U.S. tourism, is completely down, right? And so they're not actually visiting the areas that they normally visit. But then also, did you know the United States of America is on a human rights watch list?
I never knew. No, I don't. Really?
Yeah. The United States of America is officially on a human rights watch list because
what rights have they violated?
The rights of undocumented immigrants.
And
to be more specific, they're actually putting them in concentration camps.
Didn't Barack Obama do that too, though? So what were the concentration?
The cages?
Yeah, those cages.
Yeah, those were temporary holding cages for adults during transition periods, but they weren't actually kept there. So when you talk about places like Alligator Alcatraz, which has been lower standards, and other different holding facilities that have been created within the United States, those actual facilities are not holding facilities where, someone put in there less than 72 hours. That's absolutely correct. But under the Trump administration, they're actually living there, right? They're not, being held for a temporary time. Like, this is their actual space. Also, like, fun fact, did you know that Donald Trump isn't actually deporting at the same level as Barack Obama or Joe Biden? Like, he's deporting at a lower level than both of them. Morgan, hold on a second. Morgan, if you're going to spam fake, false, not true, whatever, cool, I'm muting you. Get in the box. I can't send you a request because, I can't, but get in the box. Get up here and tell me what's fake or false. Sorry. So Trump is actually deporting at a lower rate than both Barack Obama and Donald Trump. And Joe Biden.
Yeah, so I heard, because I was in a debate before this, and they actually told me the same thing with Joe Biden. He deported like 3.8 million people, right, or something like that. I'm not sure about the number, but I heard that those were people that came into through the border, and then within hours or within a 24-hour period, they got sent back because they were just coming for no reason, without no asylum cases or anything. Is that true?
Yeah, it's somewhat, right? So Joe Biden and Barack Obama use what's called expedited removal, right? And so expedited removal prioritizes the people that are near the border. So removing people that are near the border, and also removing people that have been within the country within a short amount of time. Now, the difference between what Joe Biden and Barack Obama did versus what Donald Trump is doing is Donald Trump expanded expedited removal. So there's no actual limit as far as the amount of time that they've been here. And there's also no focus on the border. They're just like going everywhere. But the bigger problem is he's not actually deporting people when they get them. Did you know that Donald Trump and the Trump administration, they're using undocumented immigrants for free slave labor?
It looks like it by the things I've heard here.
It's not looking like it. Is absolutely what they're doing. That's why their deportation numbers are so low. It's because they're using them for free slave labor within the U.S., but also sending them to other countries, not the country of origin, but to other countries where they're being jailed and used as free slave labor in those other countries as well.
So are you talking about the people that were sent to El Salvador?
El Salvador, different countries within Africa, just all around. Like they're literally sending people to countries that they're not from and sending them to prisons in those other countries for free slave labor.
So, you know, well, what you're saying is true, but I can debunk that. Because, you know, the people that were sent to Venezuela, those people had criminal records, right, in their home country. And like the president of El Salvador, you know, Bukele, he actually implemented like more things like if you had tattoos, gang related tattoos, he would like literally send you to CICA. And I feel like the United States did that, right? You know, with the Nicaragua, like those people had tattoos related to those things. So they got sent there because, you know, Venezuela didn't want them. But after like negotiations with the president of El Salvador, they got sent back. And Bukele got like reporters back from that were jailed over there for no reason.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a lot of misinformation. As far as like the categorization and where they were shipping and blah, 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 all that stuff. Yes, Venezuela has a different process as far as how they go about prosecuting people and what they consider to be like criminals and blah, 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 blah. But there was no actual sense where they were coming to the U.S. or there was some agreement to ship them back. Like Donald Trump has actively pushed back on Venezuela in multiple instances because, I mean, he wants a regime change, not because he really cares about people coming here or anything like that. But, I mean, he's been pushing for regime change ever since his first administration. So that's, you know, that's the thing, right?
Yeah, So yeah, that's my thing, and then I feel like, you know, as talking about immigrants, right? I'm for immigrants, but I feel like a lot of people. I'm not sure if the Biden administration they made like the asylum applications like more people can get asylum. I'm not sure, but I heard about it, right? But also the thing that I really was against was remain in Mexico, right? Or stay in Mexico or whatever when you claimed asylum. I feel like when you brought those people that claimed asylum after like a month or, you know, they went to the border and then they stepped foot on U.S. soil, I feel like if you let those people claiming asylum into the country, then that brings in more like illegal immigration because, you know, people are like, oh, look, they're just letting them in. Let's go. You know, that's what I feel like they did wrong.
Yeah, well, and so like this is the thing, right? And the amount of actual asylum seekers that get approved is so low. Like there's an extremely difficult process to go through in order to gain asylum. And so the Trump administration literally, while the Biden administration tried to process asylum seekers, I don't think that it was done at a good enough rate. But the Trump administration has literally made it a point of emphasis to slow legal migration. And when I say legal migration, I mean they've adamantly been trying to price out asylum seekers. They've now attached multiple fees, including a yearly fee in order to be able to seek asylum. And if you're granted asylum, that means you have a credible threat to your life. And so now you're telling me that if people who have credible threats to their lives don't have the money to pay these fees that the Trump administration have now added on to asylum, that they're going to get shipped back to those countries and face a threat to their life because they don't have the money to pay the fees.
Yeah, what was the fee with the Biden administration? I heard it was
none.
Yeah, so
the Trump administration has added multiple fees onto asylum seeking. There's like online fees versus paper fees, and it's crazy. There's a list that breaks down like all the fees, but there were no type of asylum seeking fees prior to the Trump administration, and now there's a list of them.
So basically, it was open for anyone, correct?
Yeah, as long as you could actually prove that you have a credible threat on your life. Now you have to not only prove that you have a credible threat on your life, but also you have to be able to prove, but you also have to be able to pay the cost to be in the country.
So I mean, I feel like zero though. Zero is to for America. Like we're technically bringing these people in for free, right? And we don't know if they're a national threat. Like I said, right? Like catch and release. So basically, these people, get caught in the border, or they like they just go there and then just claim asylum. I feel like if you're from, let's say, El Salvador, where they had gang related violence over there, I feel like if you're from El Salvador and you claim asylum, you could be a gang member and you can claim it. And
well, I mean, yeah, that's fine, but the thing is in order to actually be able to be granted asylum, there's a process. There's an actual vetting process, and so where you may think that there's someone who's a quote unquote gang member or maybe a threat or whatever, the United States government is going through the process of verifying whether it's a credible threat or not, and whether they should be or should not be within our country. And like the crazy thing about asylum, and a lot of people don't understand this, is that asylum is not a U.S. based process. Asylum is international law. So like asylum seeking, the actual outline as far as being considered an asylum seeker is literally set as far as international law, not by the United States.
wait, this is out of topic, but why did someone call me a ladder puller? What is that? That sounds so racist.
Well, so what are you Latino?
Yeah, I said I was Latino.
Where are you from? Or your family or whatever?
El Salvador.
El Salvador. Were you born in El Salvador or were you born here?
I was born there and I came here when I was like 3, 4, 3.5.
Okay.
Because my dad was born here.
Okay, cool. So the reason why they're saying that is because that's people who actually are beneficiaries of our process as far as becoming citizens, and then they get here and then they try to pretty much gatekeep who can or cannot enter the country. That's where
I feel like the ones that are trying to gatekeep people coming from coming to this country legally are the administrations. Even the only president that I would give all my respect to is Barack Obama, because he actually helped immigrants that were here, like DACA, right? But you have to implement something that would help the good people, because we can't be having people that are criminals coming into this country, because it's national security.
This is the thing, right? When you keep saying criminals, right? But I can rattle off these statistics that yes, undocumented immigrants are less likely to commit a crime versus U.S. citizens, and we can also talk about like, them coming into the country, they have more of a risk as far as deportation and all of that, right? But the premise behind quote unquote criminals is one, who's the arbiter as far as saying, oh, they are, they not, right? I mean, again, that's why I go back to the process for asylum seekers, and they're verified. And if they're given asylum, then that means they've been actually, Joey, if you want to hop up here, you can. If you want, the people that are asylum seekers, they've been granted asylum, so they have the ability to, or they've been granted that by the U.S. And then even more so, Donald Trump isn't actually trying to get quote unquote criminals out. That's what I have a problem with. Donald Trump is trying to actually target any and everyone, right? They went away from just making sure they got the quote unquote criminals, which that's what he said he was going to do.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I voted for him, right? But people here calling me ladder puller, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. But people, if people are against it, then I mean, it has to show it on elections. So I mean, he won, so now we're stuck, right? Now the midterms are coming. Now people have to vote whether they like it or not. And I feel like Democrats are going to win the midterms elections, but
yeah, but like the thing is that
I don't like getting called ladder puller. That's
been
crazy. I mean,
well, I mean, life is tough. Get a helmet, right? I mean, but the thing is,
I have a good question for you.
Sure.
So I have a good question for you. For the asylum, you said they get a background check and everything. Like, what's the period? What's the from when do they get the background check? Once they cross the border, once they step foot on soil or U.S. soil, or
yeah.
So when do they get it? Once they go
with asylum seekers, once they get into the country, they have to go through the actual paperwork and the process, and then they're given a court date. They start to run through the information, and prior to the court date, they'll have everything lined up. I don't know exactly when the background check is completed, but in order to actually process the paperwork for asylum, they have to start that process for the background check. Not exactly sure how long it takes and when they get it back.
So basically, like, because I debated some other liberal, Republican, whatever you want, Democrat, I'm sorry, and they said that with the remain in Mexico, they and I told them about the asylum thing and how it's like, like making people want to come to this country illegally, or convincing people, or attracting people to come illegally. And she said that she doesn't care because she doesn't care what their background check, like what their background is from their home country, because they're coming here for a bright future. But I told her that not everyone's like that, right? Some people want to abuse the system over here, and maybe
like the funny thing is, when people start talking about, oh, people want to abuse the system and all this other stuff, like, again, I'm so much so of like, I'm my own fucking business, right? That's who I am. That's what I do. I have no interest in as far as like minding other people's business, what they do or don't do or whatever. But what I will say is, if someone wants to actually travel hundreds or thousands of miles, right, leave their home country. Did you know that most American citizens never leave the city that they were born in, right? Most of them never actually move out of the city that they were born in. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. I think it's like somewhere between 70 and 80%. Like, it's really high number, right? And so as someone who I moved from South Carolina to Washington State, right? 3,000 miles, from one coast to the other coast. And I did that with a job lined up, with a place to live, like all this other stuff, right? And it was and I did this as a fully functional adult, right? I was already over 30 years old when I did that. And for these people to travel hundreds or thousands of miles to come from a different country with no type of assurance, like nothing, right? They don't know if they're going to be able to actually get into the country. They don't know if they'll have anywhere to live, work, all this other stuff, right? And for them to do that, like, I think we should welcome those people in. So I don't care if people are coming here to try to take advantage of what the American dream is. Like, that's the whole purpose, right? They're supposed to be able to get here, and we welcome them in. And if they have the opportunity to make a better lives for them and their families, then they should be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, what I'll tell you is that I'm for immigrants, right? But I want them to do it the right way, because when you do it the right way, then you have way more opportunities in this country, right? And I won't give like my full respect to any administration, that even if they try to change it, because once they change the process, because I heard that some petitions take up to like 8 years or 9 years, right? And that's too long for someone to be waiting outside the country, right? Because some people want to come here in a year or two because they're in danger. But that's all I wanted to talk about. I appreciate
I'll just say this really quick, right? Because
it's making me more open-minded.
Yeah. No, I'll just say this, because you keep saying the right way. But again, like, the problem is that this Trump administration doesn't care about the quote unquote right way, right? In which asylum seeking is the quote unquote right way. But this Trump administration doesn't care about people coming into the country, because their whole intended purpose was to limit legal migration, right? That's why, again, they've added those exorbitant fees to asylum seekers. They've reduced the amount of refugees that can get into the country. Did you know that they reduced the amount of African refugees that could, South African refugees specifically, but that can come into the country? I think it was like 150,000 for a year, and they dropped it down to like 75,000. And they're prioritizing white South Africans to be able to come into the country versus like anyone else. And they're deporting other African countries at the same time. So there's a focus on reducing legal, quote unquote, legal immigration, period, while at the same time only allowing certain people from certain areas to come in.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about all these things, right? But that's why I'm not a full Trump supporter. I just supported him in national security. That's why I didn't tell you immigration was like one of the key things. I just like the way that, he closed the border but with asylum, I know that, I mean, he's building the border again. Didn't Biden build only like 20?
Donald Trump
He's
hasn't
not
done
building it?
anything to address the border. Like literally, the reason why the Trump administration or Donald Trump said, "Oh, let's told the Republicans don't vote for the Langford bill because when they get power, they can get in and they'll be able to actually pass something that they actually want." And ever since then, they haven't addressed anything with the border. Like they literally have not put up any type of legislation to pass at the border. The only thing that they've done is funded ICE at the 14th highest level as far as like any world government army, and they violated human rights and they've used people for free slave labor. Like they haven't tried to put any bills up to address the border. They haven't done anything about the border.
Yeah, man. The chat is like, I mean, bro, these people are crazy.
You gotta ignore the chat. I mean,
yeah,
people feel the way they
I'm
feel.
gonna drop out. I'm gonna drop out because
Right.
I want to hear what you say because I like what you do, but I'm gonna drop out because these people are crazy. Have a good day, okay?
Yeah, appreciate it. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. We're only looking to talk to Trump supporter. We're only looking for some debates. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not talking to friendlies. W's in the chat for Serena, who sent a $3 donation saying, of the 238 Venezuelan migrants released a few months ago after Trump deported them to El Salvador, reports have shown officials knew at least 197 of them had no trace of criminal record, yet they were deported to foreign prisons where they were tortured for months. Again, yes, it's literally free slave labor. Like that's what they're doing. W's in the chat for Serena. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Also, YouTube, I glanced over at the comment section for like a moment. If you're over on YouTube and you're like saying, ooh, add me, I'll cook you. I can't. Come over to TikTok, get in the box, and then we can debate. I can't add you from YouTube. So like you can keep spamming as much as you want and be a YouTube tough guy, but until you get over here and get in the box, I got nothing for you. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. Only looking for some debates. Let's see here. Nails my way. Are you a Trump supporter?
Not because.
Nails my way. Are you a Trump supporter?
You would be gay.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that's a no, and I'm gonna drop you down. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We're only looking for some debates. And also, just an FYI, I see my mods muting people in the chat. And mods, while I definitely want you guys to mute Trump supporters, let's be mindful as far as muting or blocking, especially friendlies, right? Try to make sure that we give friendlies warnings versus putting them in a torture rack to start. Right. But friendlies, please, if you are a quote unquote friendly and you're someone that's here because you agree with the actual debate or whatever, please don't antagonize the mods. The mods are a representation of me. And so if you disrespect my mods, then you're disrespecting me. So I'm going to say this one more time. Make sure that you are giving the mods respect, and the mods won't mute or block you. But again, if you are out of bounds, then you got to go. And if you are a Trump supporter, you're getting muted because no one wants to hear what you have to say in the comments. We want to hear from you on the panel. Yeah. And also, again, no, there's no need for you to put in caps or whatever you said. I don't know. Yeah. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We're only looking for some debates. Nate, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Nate, did you just finish pottying? I'm sorry, one second. Whoever you are, I'm muting you because you've been spamming in the chat the entire time, and I sent you a request. I don't know how the mods haven't sniped you yet, but I got you. I bet you won't be able to chirp from the chat anymore. Get in the box. Nate, would you like to play a game?
Yeah.
All right, Nate, question for you. Can you tell me where's the lie, right? Because I believe that MAGA is the party of violence, that hate is required to be a part of the party, that you guys are the guardians of the PDF file. Now the economy is trash because of Donald Trump's and his policies, and the poll numbers stink. They're starting to reflect what Donald Trump is doing. Can you tell me where's the lie?
The first one.
Ooh, party of violence. Okay. Tell me why you say that that's the lie.
Well, I don't particularly claim that like there's no party of violence on either side, but you can't say one side's more violent than the other. I feel like the Democrat Party's just as violent. And I've been watching you a bit, especially when you're on Parker and Dean's. I like watching Dean and Parker, especially Parker. I actually really respect you two. Except I didn't respect the one thing you did the one time, and this is what I'm going to touch on is, do you agree that like you, Parker, Dean, do you agree that you guys have a big influence on the Democrat Party? Like you guys are the face. I'd say Dean for sure is the face, and then you guys kind of trickle down to like also like, but you guys definitely are one of the faces of the Democrat Party. Could you agree on that?
I absolutely disagree. I have no affiliation with the Democratic Party, the DNC, or like I have no contacts. I can't even get any of their ear, right? Because if I did have their ear, I would have a lot to say. But also,
so you don't think Dean is though?
No, I mean I think that he is someone that the Democratic Party has started to look to for.
Yeah, just like Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have any official affiliation with them, just like none of us have any official affiliation. But even more so, again, back to myself, I'm a leftist, right? I'm literally a leftist. And so like while I vote for the Democratic Party, I think the Democratic Party is at best mediocre, right? And they have a shit ton of work that they need to do. And they also need to learn to lean into like the things that make the left special, right? Including social safety nets and trying to actually help people. So yeah, if I had their ear, I would have a lot to say.
I mean, to each their own. I guess like even if you were like no affiliation, I mean, I still think you might not be affiliated with it, but you definitely have influence on the party, just like Charlie Kirk was. Both of you, yeah, I think Donald Trump was just as more valuable, like for the Republican Party. I'm not saying like, but like he was just as more valuable as Charlie Kirk was to winning the election, as Ben Shapiro. Like I think they had just as much stake. So my only thing is, so if we're holding Donald Trump to a standard, do we hold the whole political party to a standard? Do we hold all the Republicans to a standard, and all of like, do we hold Charlie Kirk to a standard, everybody to a standard, right? What do you say?
Yeah, I think there's a difference between talking about Charlie Kirk or, Dean or anyone like that versus the president of the United States of America. Like there's literally no other person that I'm going to sit here and say, oh, they have to have the same level of, decorum, respect, because like I think that's very, very, harmful to sit here and say that they're equivalent, because they're not even close to being equivalent.
I mean, I kind of think they're maybe not as much. Maybe Donald Trump is more, but like, I mean, I still think we still hold any social media influencer to a higher standard than a regular person.
Why?
I would consider you a social media influencer.
I would consider myself just to be a normal person, but
I mean, do you have a platform? That's what makes it.
I do. And but like, so, okay, this is the thing. I understand that I do have some level of influence and responsibility, right? I know for a fact that I can't say the things that I want to say on my lives because, right now there's 1.2 thousand people. You got, YouTube and Twitch, and there's almost 2,000 people watching, right? And at times I get, 3,000, 4,000 people watching. And so I know the reach that I have when I actually say anything and all of those other things. But the issue that I have is understanding like there's a huge difference as far as what I can say and other people can say online. And so I can't talk about certain things. I don't talk about like conspiracy theories online. And if I have that level of understanding and that level of like, hey, like I should stay away from this, then why doesn't the president of the United States have that level of understanding? Like, why can the president of the United States call for the unalivement of Congress members and I can't talk about conspiracy theories online? Like,
well, first off, it was out of context, but it
wasn't.
But let me finish what I'm fully saying. I'm sorry. What is it called? What I'm trying to fully say is, if Dean, you, Parker hold Donald Trump to a higher standard, why does Dean? And this is when I saw his live. I mean, I saw him say, I remember you were in there, and that's when I lost a little bit of respect for you, because I respect you. I feel like you're very civil. You keep it respectful, especially when I watched you. I think it was yesterday. I was watching your live, and I actually respected how you were nice. Like that one crazy dude, the one dude, the MAGA dad or whatever you brought up, and you were respectful to him. You're like, hey, let me finish what I'm saying. But I just don't get, and it's more for Dean, because I actually think Dean's a horrible person. I mean, I don't think he's a good person. But what I'm trying to say is, if we're holding Donald Trump to a standard, why is Dean allowed to say, I remember when this guy used Charlie Kirk in a present tense, and then in a present tense form, and then what is it called? Dean corrected him and used past tense and like laughed about it. And everybody in the comments were laughing about it. He's made multiple jokes about Charlie Kirk. I mean, I just don't get how somebody can cry about it. And that's the thing. If he just wanted to cry about it and then say, well, I don't agree with what Charlie Kirk says, that's completely respectable. But it's when you make jokes about like him not being alive. Like, I just like, so then when you say we're the party of violence, it's like, okay, yeah, January 6th, that is, I mean, there was a lot of Republicans there, and that's but you can't say one party is more violent than the other. I mean, you see these people. I saw somebody say something about Charlie Kirk dying in the comments about it bad. So like, you can't say one party's more violent than the other. Just, I mean, they're both violent. I mean, that's the world we live in. So to say one party's more violent, I mean, I don't know.
My question is like, why are you sitting here and pretending as if Dean has more of a responsibility than the president of the United States? And for you to sit here and like be vehemently astonished against like what he says on his live, but yet you, when I brought up the fact that the president of the United States called for the unalivement of Congress members, you said it was taken out of context. But for some reason, you have a huge problem with Dean says and does on his platform. Why don't you hold Donald Trump to the same level?
No, I do, but I just think it's hypocritical. Like, if we're gonna, if the Democrat Party is gonna say all this stuff about what Trump can do and what he can't say, then why aren't the Democrat Party, who have a big social platform, any social media influencer is not gonna make a past tense joke about something?
Again, so Dean is a private citizen, right? All of us are private citizens, but again, I'm a little bit confused as far as like why it's okay for the president of the United States to be able to say and do the things that he does. But for some reason, you think that, you know, a private citizen who is on a TikTok live doesn't have the ability to actually say that what they want to say. Like, again, while, you know, you said that Dean, Parker, myself are the quote unquote face of the Democratic Party. Again, I will double and triple down and say none of us have any official affiliation with the DNC. But while we don't have any official affiliation with the DNC, literally the president of the United States, who is the head of the RNC, has this actual issue. Like we're talking about the president of the United States of America, who is the head of the Republican Party. Right, Dean?
Yeah, hey, what's going on? So, I mean, I heard that this guy Nate down here's, you know, pretty upset. So
he is.
Yeah, I was listening in, Nate. So you had a problem with me correcting a guest's grammar?
Yeah, but you laughed about it. And Santana, I didn't think you would be that type of guy to laugh about stuff like that.
Nate, I
respect Santana and Parker. I don't respect you.
Hey, listen to me, buddy. Listen to me, pal. I expressly told the chat to not laugh.
And you laughed about it, though. You laughed about it.
Wait, Nate, hold on.
Don't laugh.
Nate, slow down, Nate. Let Dean speak.
Nate, you need to listen, buddy. Listen, dude. I know that you're crashing out, okay? Because you're getting proven wrong, right? But it's time we face the facts, my friend. Somebody came up. They said Charlie Kirk mugs me. I am a stickler when it comes to grammar. Okay, I just wanted to help the guest out, help them speak more, proper with, better grammar. So I corrected their statement. I said, "Hey, sir, it would be mogged, not mogged. Sorry, it would be mogged, not mogs, because he's dead, right?" And then I told Santana not to laugh. I told the chat not to laugh. So why are you looking at me like I'm crazy, right? Like I got some type of gun in my hand here just because I want people to speak with proper grammar.
Okay, so how can you tell everybody else not to laugh when you laughed and you were the one who made the joke, so you laughed at your own joke? That like kind of defeats the whole purpose.
I didn't laugh. I
You
didn't
did
laugh.
I literally remember.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't laugh.
This is the thing, though, Nate. Right? Again, and while you may have an issue with Dean and the way that he chose to use grammar, and even me for laughing, because I laugh at stuff that's funny. I laugh at my pain as well. With that being said, you having all the smoke in the world for social media influencers, and again, while I brought up the fact that Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, the head of the Republican Party, called for the unalivement of Congress members, the only thing that you could muster up was, well, that was taken out of context.
Yeah, because he said back then.
Also,
he reposted.
by the way, I just want to say that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
When I said mogged, it was pretty funny. Yeah.
It was funny. That's why I laughed.
Oh yeah.
Let's not pretend that like Charlie Kirk was some type of angel. Charlie Kirk said and did some of the most racist, hateful, harmful things. He vehemently attacked my community, the queer community, just like anyone that was not a white Christian nationalist. And so, no, I'm not going to feel bad about joking when it comes to Charlie Kirk. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, he deserved it. But what I am telling you is that if someone says a funny, I'm going to laugh at a funny.
Well, I just thought that it would be more. I mean, I'm not saying Dean and Charlie were friends, but I mean, they debated a lot. I felt like, I mean, maybe they didn't particularly have the same outlook on life, but I mean, at some point, I know for a fact, and I'm not even a Charlie Kirk fan. That's the thing. I just know for a fact, I know he said some messed up things, but I know for a fact he would never have laughed or said, oh, actually mogged past 10 because he's dead. I know for a fact he would not do that. I mean, bro,
so
this is what I'm trying to say.
Hold on for a second, Nate.
If you want to base your standard of morality predicated on what you think Charlie Kirk would or wouldn't do, what would he do if he was teleported back in time to the congressional vote on the Civil Rights Act of 1958 and 1964?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know, because that was...
Well,
we know
he's on record.
That was also 30 years ago.
No. Hold on for a second. No. Don't do that, because he's been on record as far as what he would do. He's been adamant. He was adamant about what he would do.
I'm not a big Charlie Kirk fan, so I don't know everything he said.
But like, again, I'm so confused as far as why you're up here. And again, you had all the smoke in the world for Dean. You had, less smoke for myself or Parker. But again, you're not holding the same type of, when I say the party of violence, I say the party of violence because the head of the Republican Party is calling for violence. You can talk about January 6th. You can talk about the mass unalivings that have occurred. Like, you can talk about all these things, but you, for some reason, want to talk about what Dean said in his speech and talk about him correcting and saying, past tense. Like, yeah, I hear you, but like, you don't have any type of smoke for the people that should be getting all the smoke.
I'm saying that it's on both sides. It's not just one-sided.
No. It's selective and performative outrage to think that a private citizen with a couple million followers on social media correcting somebody's grammar from mogs to mogged is somehow equivalent or comparable in any sense to the president of the most powerful country on the face of planet Earth, in the history of planet Earth as well, explicitly calling for the public execution via the means of hanging for his political opponents that are suggesting to the military that they do not follow the unlawful orders made by said president. I like, this is like looking at like a 14-year-old boy that just stole a Snickers that just stole a Snickers from a gas station and comparing them to like Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer, right? It's just like, oh, both sides. And honestly, in that sense, right, I don't even know if it was really wrong at all for me to correct that person's grammar. It was a little bit of a funny joke, and you just sound like a snowflake.
I mean, I'm saying this because I wrote a paper on it. Like, I wrote a paper recently on the influence. No, not on Dean. I don't care about him that much, bro. I don't care about. I'm not saying like that's.
I mean, again, you're on a TikTok live in front of thousands of people right now. And the only thing that you've really been focused on has been Dean and his speech. So I don't think that's kind of a weird assumption that you wrote a paper about him.
Okay, well, you can think what you want to think. I mean, I'll finish what I said, but I wrote a paper on social judgment theory, and then like the effects on social media influence for political persuasion. And basically, I mean, that social media influence for political persuasion, the message right now, that is the biggest thing.
Yeah, so Chad, I'm going to drop down.
2024 was the biggest thing that persuaded people. So you got, because most people in the 2024 election were, what is it called? Non-commitment latitudes. There's 3 latitudes: acceptance, non-commitment, rejection. You have your rejection and acceptance for most of the time, but when you have there's so much non-commitment.
I don't know why you just got muted, but I will say W's in the chat for Nicole. Nicole sent a $1 donation saying MAGA's new favorite word is context. Yes, they learned that word, and as soon as they learned that word, they've been running with that word like forever. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Question for you, Nate. What class did you actually write this paper for?
A comm theory class, one of my electives.
Okay, and I guess help me understand what's the conclusion. Like I'm so confused as far as like any of this, honestly.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, for 2024, the biggest persuasion was social media. That's why when the Republicans won, because of social media influencers. You had Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying Dean and you guys have a lot more influence than you think. Maybe you aren't affiliated. I don't know. I thought Dean was definitely getting paid, or at least getting told what to say during the election. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to make assumptions. But what I'm trying to say is, you guys have a lot of persuasion. A lot of people are not.
And I hear you, but again, like, you sitting here saying that, oh, we have sway and all this other stuff. Yes, I agree. But like, more than that, the president of the United States of America, like the president, Brett, am I tripping? Am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping at all. And that's the thing. That's why I requested up, was because this guy is going to be mad at Dean for making a present tense, past tense joke and everything. Tell me, Nate, what is worse, that little joke, or after my son was killed in his school, my son Uzziah, by the way, and countless other children from different mass school shootings and just children killed, period. Charlie Kirk says, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to have some firearm deaths. What's worse?
That's taken out of context. I think I didn't hear what he said. But
I heard what he said. He talked about, and we can play the clip. He said that in order to uphold the rest of our constitutional rights, it's worth having some actual unalivements. He said that it's pertinent. He said that most people aren't speaking like that, but he thinks that it is a good trade-off.
Yeah, I agree. I agree in a sense because I think it more sins on a fact that it takes casualties to realize where we're wrong.
Fuck you. No, it takes my 10-year-old son being murdered in his classroom to realize what?
To realize what we need to do to take action on what they're doing. Like, what do we need to do in the school? Do we need to have more counselors? Do we need to have...
Sure. Hold on for a second, Nate. So I just got a message that I absolutely agree with, and I think that we should do that. So, Nate, in order for you to actually keep saying the stuff that you're going to say, boom, all right, I just sent you a request. You got to turn on the camera, bud. In order for you to keep going down the diatribe that you're currently on, you got to be able to keep turn on your camera. So if you're unwilling to put your face on the screen, then you don't get to say the stuff that you're saying anymore. In the meantime, in between time, W's in the chat for Corey. Corey sent a $1 donation saying Nate is 100% Phil on an alt account. Exact same voice. I don't know. Like I know Phil. I don't think that's him.
Who's Phil?
W's in the chat. Don't worry about it. W's in the chat for Maxie, who sent a $2 donation saying, thank you for all that you do. If the guest thinks citizen/influence should be held accountable, why is he not holding the president accountable? That's the thing that I've been saying this entire time. W's in the chat for that. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted and things appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube and you like to send a super chat, I will read that out. And take care of Brett while he's up here, guys. Please, please, please make sure we show Brett some love. Not only, gift him, but Nate, you don't have your camera on, so you don't get to speak just yet. You got to hold tight. Make sure we're taking care of Brett. Send him some love. Give him a follow. And I know for a fact that his pay links are in the link tree in his bio. Show Brett some love. Last but not least, guys, this is the backup account. So if you're not following, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, you're not following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Hit that follow button and also follow the main account as well, right? We've been bouncing back and forth trying to make sure we do debates on both. And while I'm on the main account today, I think most of the rest of the week I'm going to be on the, we're on the backup account. Most of the rest of the week we're going to be on the main account. So if you want to catch any of these debates, you got to make sure you hit follow on both and turn on the notifications. Nate, coming back to you, got to come back in the screen. Are you going to turn on your camera?
Be on to like,
because if you want to keep going down the diatribe that you're on, if you want to keep talking about the things that you're talking about, we're good with it. Brett, you're good with it if he turns his camera on, right?
That's why
Brett and I are good with it if you turn your camera on. But if you're unwilling to turn your camera on, then we don't want to hear you say the shit that you're saying anymore, because the shit that you're saying is gross.
I mean, I even turned my camera on to show you that it's possible and that you can do it.
Mm-hmm. And we sent you an invite. So you're at an inflection point, bud, a fork in the road, right? Either you can turn your camera on and you get to keep going, or is he running?
I turned it on.
There? Oh, you didn't turn it on. I don't know what the fuck is happening. No, you got to hit save.
It's on. Hold up.
No, when you turn on your camera, you got to hit save. You can't just click the thing, because once you do that, you have to hit save.
I press save. I swear to God, I press save. It's literally, I literally have my thing on. That's why if I turn it off, it'll do this. Look, it's black. If I turn it off, it does this. It goes back to my profile picture.
Do you have effects on?
No.
Like, it's kind of hard for me to believe you don't know how to actually turn your camera on properly because you have camera access. All you got to do, because I'm doing it right here on my backup, right? You click your profile picture, you hit the camera. It should say effects, and you should have like a little stop sign for none. You hit save, boom, you're on camera right there. You see that?
Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let me try to
find that spine while you're looking for it.
Listen, I didn't mean any disrespect. I meant
no talking to that.
You don't get to talk about it until you get that camera on. If you don't get your camera on, then you don't get to talk about it regardless. Like, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but again, got to get that camera on, bud. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not looking to talk to friendlies. I'm sorry?
Can I leave and then request back?
Sure. Go ahead and drop and come right back. We'll get you back up here. Don't run.
No, I won't.
Like, okay. Because, you know, you guys have a propensity. There we go. Propensity to run. And we don't want you to run. Right, Brett?
Oh, I guarantee he runs. He ain't coming.
Oh, he's here. All right. Would you like to try it again?
Bro, why is it just going black?
Like,
I jammed.
Yeah. I don't believe you need more.
No, look, it goes black. I don't know. I pressed save and everything. I looked if I had effects on. I don't have effects.
Damn, it's almost crazy because I'm able to turn mine on. Santana's
able to turn mine on my backup. Yeah.
Oh.
That's weird. All right. Well, I guess you can't talk about the shit that you were just talking about. You can't continue to say the wild shit that you were saying. So
Yep.
yeah.
Can I talk about something else?
Sure.
Can we go back to the topic that we were talking about?
You want to talk about? I didn't clip you, but you just got clipped. So I guess not. I guess not, Brett.
Listen, Nate, I know you're still listening. Okay. Find that spine and then come back.
Yes. I don't think he will.
Oh, absolutely not.
I don't think he will. Yeah. If he does, you can definitely come back up, Brett. Like you can come back up because I don't think it'll happen. But you know.
Oh yeah, brother. I am gonna go ahead and drop back down. I get so sick and damn tired of people like, oh, we can't say anything about Charlie Kirk. I've said it from the beginning. We do not idolize, we do not condone gun violence at all, period whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn it, when a racist, bigot, sexist, homophobic motherfucker, you know, is no longer here to spread that hateful rhetoric,
mm-hmm.
we ain't gonna be sad about it.
We are not gonna share one tear. That's just how it goes.
Brother, I love you, man. I appreciate you.
I love you more, Brett. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'll be listen. I'm gonna sit in the requests just for that algo shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Much love, brother.
All right, appreciate you. Guys, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates, guys. Please do not request up. If you are not a Trump supporter, we are not looking to talk to friendlies. We are only looking for some debates. Let's see here. Hey Mason, you can get out of the request. You're not coming back up, weirdo. You were here yesterday and you did the weird stuff, and so you're not coming back. You might as well leave, bud. You can send a request if you want, but you're not getting up here. Karen, are you a Trump supporter? Karen, are you a Trump supporter? Karen going once. Karen going twice. All right, we're gonna drop you. Oscar, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, because quite frankly, he's going to hang all the Democrats. He's going to kill all of you. He's going to get rid of all of you.
I don't understand why you think it's like funny to be weird, or why you would come up and like do a bad impression. But like, I genuinely don't care about you or your bad impression, and you're blocked now. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see here. Good morning. I think it's pronounced Akira. Akira, are you a Trump supporter? Akira, are you a Trump supporter? Akira going once. Akira going twice. All right, we're gonna drop you down. Listen, MAGA, it's actually really simple, right? It's really simple, and I know it got kind of heavy at first, right? It got kind of heavy, and keeping it really plain, the only thing that I'm looking for is for you to tell me where's the lie, right? We can talk about a lot of different things, but I'm telling you what I believe, right? And I think that so far I've been proven right. If you want to try to prove me wrong, get in the request, we can do so. But MAGA, you're definitely the party of violence, right? I mean, there's not been not one Trump supporter who has actually been able to defend what Donald Trump has said. You guys have stammered, you guys have stumbled, you guys have lied, you guys have tried to say, what about Biden? But no one can actually speak to Donald Trump and being the head of the Republican Party and calling for the lives of Congress members. You guys just can't do it. But even more than that, you're definitely the party that requires hate. And let's keep it plain and simple. The only reason that you voted for Donald Trump is because you hate people. You literally hate people. You are someone who is filled with hate, and you voted for hatred and you played yourself. Hey, Swan. You voted for hatred and you played yourself. So let's keep it funky, right? You guys are the guardians of the PDF files. I don't even think I need to explain that one. You guys keep protecting these kid touchers and it's fucking weird. Release the list and stop putting them in place. So there's that. The economy is trash, right? And I say that because we can look at the job numbers, we can look at the cost of living, we can take a look at the grocery prices. Even, hell, Donald Trump even admitted himself that the economy is trash because he had to remove the tariffs off of grocery items after he lied about grocery prices being affordable when it came to Thanksgiving dinner. He lied. So there's that. And last but not least, poll numbers stink. The country is turning on Trump, MAGA, and their entire movement, right? Like, let's keep it funky. Literally turning on the MAGA movement. And we can take a look at, yes, we can take a look at the actual poll numbers, but we can also take a look at the way that the country has been voting ever since Donald Trump has actually implemented his hateful ideology. Like, these numbers are bad. So, like, there's a lot to talk about. All you have to do is come up and prove me wrong. Michael, are you a Trump supporter?
6-7.
Okay. That's Trump supporters. That's definitely Trump supporters. That's the best that they have. W's in the chat for Hannah. Hannah sent a $5 donation saying, I appreciate all that you do. Take care of yourself. I absolutely am trying to. I appreciate you more, Hannah. Thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for Emmy. I think it's pronounced Emma. I'm so sorry. I know I'm like messing that up, but thank you so much for the $10 donation saying, hey, have you asked any guests how they feel about Madani requiring students to learn Arabic numerals? They would lose if they knew what it was. They would lose their mind. They just like they look at it and they see Arabic and they're just like, oh, terrorists. One thing that I would like to know, right? MAGA, if you're even willing to talk about this, we can talk about this, right? MAGA, I'll give you this. Are you a socialist now? MAGA, are you guys socialists? Because it seems like Donnie is a socialist now. I mean, the way that did you guys see the love in Donald Trump's eyes when he was with Zoran Madani? I've never seen Trump smile that big in my life. He was smiling so big and he had so much love in his eyes. And someone called this out, right? When have we not seen Donald Trump wearing either a suit or his golf attire? And after meeting with Trump, after Madani and Trump, after they met, Donald Trump literally wore a jacket and a burgundy turtleneck that looked just like Madani.
Yeah.
Melina, are you a Trump supporter?
With him, and I knew they were leaving.
Melina, are you a Trump supporter? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no, so I'm going to drop you down. He literally dressed just like Madani after meeting with him. MAGA, I think you guys are socialists now. I think you guys have to join the socialist side. I think you have to do it. I think it's a wrap. I don't think you guys are, make America great again. I think you all are democratic socialists. Yeah, they're gonna have to dye their hair blue now. MAGA, you have to dye your hair blue. Sorry, I don't make the rules. MAGA, you're gonna have to officially take those American flags out of your bio tag and put watermelons, and not like the racist kind, because I know you guys would think, oh, I can put racist because N-word, but no, the watermelons are for something different. You said this guy is embarrassing. Cool. Come up here and tell me why. I'm going to go ahead and mute you because no one cares about you in the comments, and I'm going to send you a request. Come up here and tell me why I'm embarrassing. Get up here. Do it. I bet you won't. I bet you won't do it. Kyle, are you a Trump supporter? Kyle, are you a Trump supporter?
No, that was by accident. I didn't mean to tap that.
No worries. I'll drop you down. Yeah, like at this point, thank you for the hanging lights. At this point, MAGA, you guys might as well just go and pack that shit up. Just pack it up. It's a wrap, B. Wrap that shit up. Like your whole persona, you got to change it now. You guys don't get to put fish in your profile pictures anymore. You don't get to, say hateful shit anymore. Like, you got to be woke now. MAGA, I'm sorry to tell you, but you officially have to be woke. You got to learn what DEIA means. I know that's going to be tough. Yes, you have to add your pronouns to your bio. Please, please, please. It's time next time we see you in the request, you better have your profile and your pronouns in your actual tag. Like it's a requirement now. You guys have to champion social safety nets. Yeah. You guys have to want SNAP benefits for everyone. It's official. It's absolutely official now. And listen, it's not me. I didn't make the rules. When you guys made Donald Trump your entire personality, this is what you signed up for. When you made Donald Trump your Lord and Savior, your Mandarin Messiah, this is what you signed up for. So now Donnie has fallen in love with the socialists. He's smitten. He's absolutely smitten. Mobdani charmed the diaper off Trump. And now you guys have to deal with the fallout. Democrats lost, get over it. Sure, I hear you. Listen, bud, I'm going to go ahead and mute you because no one cares what you have to say from the comments, but I'm sending you a request. Get in the box. I bet you won't come up here and talk about it. Bet you won't talk about it. I bet you won't. I fucking bet you won't. You guys are cowards. You're cowards. It's like I knew he wasn't going to accept the request to come up. Oh, shocker. I'm so surprised. He didn't accept the request to come up after yapping in the chat. I'm so surprised that he's a thumb thug. I'm so surprised that he's an internet warrior that won't get in the box and say it with his chest. Ooh, I'm shocked. I am shocked. And guys, if there's anyone that's talking about like calling them in the same-sex marriage or any type of homophobia in the chat, don't do that. Just because we're saying Donald Trump is smitten by Madani doesn't mean that we are here to slander the queer community or gay people or whatever. Like that's not what we're doing. Like we can make jokes without being lowbrow. Like seriously, we can do that. We can absolutely make jokes without being lowbrow. We're better than that, chat. Also, Madani is way out of Trump's league. Let's be honest. If they were gay, there's no way Trump could get Madani. Like, let's keep it a buck. W's in the chat is pronounced Emini. Emini is pronounced Emini. Thank you for the jellyfish. Pronounced Emini. Thank you so much for the $5. Said you were trying to pronounce my name. I couldn't tell. Yes, it's Emini. I apologize. Emini. W's in the chat. Thank you for that as well. Guys, again, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. Only looking for some debates. Please don't request up if you're not a Trump supporter.
Hey.
Are you a Trump supporter?
No, but listen, it's Imani. It's me. It's Imani.
Imani.
Yes.
Imani. What did I just say? Imani?
Yeah, Imani.
I did. Imani. Imani. Imani.
Yes, Imani.
I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. I just had to say that. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. W's in the chat for Imani, guys. That's what I said from the beginning. I said Imani. You guys weren't listening. Let's see if he loads. Guys, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Make sure you follow the account. Banana, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? You're kind of delayed.
Yeah, it is a delayed load now. I'm good now, I think.
Okay, perfect. Hey, would you like to play a game?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Hey, so I have a couple of different things that I've realized about the MAGA movement, about the MAGA party, and I would like for you to tell me where it's a lie, because I know for a fact that you guys are the party of violence. Like, that's what you guys do, or as Salo would say, violins. But hatred is required to be a part of said MAGA movement. You guys are absolutely the guardians of the PDF files. The economy is now trashed because of, Donald Trump and his policies, and poll numbers stink. Like, no one is getting behind this MAGA movement anymore. So can you tell me, where's the lie?
Yeah, you're still believing polls after they told you Kamala was going to win. That's ironic.
What poll said that Kamala was going to win? Hello from the other side. Think I cried.
There we go.
I don't know what's going on, but there's like a super long delay and silence. Like, I don't know what's happening.
No, it's not my connection. I got 5G Wi-Fi with a signal. I used to work telecom. It's probably your.
Pretty sure it's your connection, bud, because multiple people have been up here and no one has had the same issue as
your
you.
Obama Wi-Fi and whatever it is.
Like, literally, multiple people have been up here and no one's had this problem but you. Hey,
well, I just hosted my own live.
If everyone except you is having a problem, would you say that you're the problem actually, or is everyone else actually the problem?
Probably not me, because I've worked in communications. Like, my signal's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
But I mean,
right, answer
whatever.
the question.
I mean,
what poll said that Kamala Harris was going to win the election?
Oh, a lot of polls: CNN, MSNBC, ABC.
Sure. Can you tell me exactly where to find this?
They projected her.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying CNN projected Kamala Harris to win the 2024 presidential election?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pull this up. Can you tell me when they made that projection?
I want to say it was June. Well, not June. Probably no, it was later.
Couldn't have been.
August, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was August.
Okay, so you're saying August CNN poll.
Potato dropped.
Okay, so you're saying August CNN poll projected Kamala Harris to win the presidential election?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 1 second.
You are aware that they can remove articles, right? You do know that works.
Mm-hmm.
I'd remove it.
Don't try to actually cover yourself now, because you know that you're cooked. But I'm gonna look this up and we're gonna see if we can find it, because that's not something that they just.
We all saw it.
That's fine. Let's pull it up.
No, I saw Associated Press take down a poll the night of the election in 2020 that froze at 54%.
Mm-hmm.
They accidentally announced that Joe Biden won.
Mm-hmm.
They took that down too. You can't find that on the
It's all trust me, bro. It's all trust me, bro.
No, I was just sitting there saying my opinion's subjective. I don't give a shit. I can dog walk in any other topic if you want me to.
You really can't. You're not even doing good at this. Let's see here.
Apparently, I'm doing good if you're sending your backup dancers, your mods, into other lives to make up stories about me.
What the fuck are you talking about? No one knows who you are, bud. Stay on task. Stay on task. Let's see. The only polling that that's fine. Let's see here. The only polling that I am finding from CNN, it says polling data shows Trump campaign difficulty in farming. The conversation around Kamala Harris. So this talks about like debates, assassination attempt, Trump legal issues. Harris, Trump, Kennedy, as far as respondents who have read, seen, or heard about the candidates.
Problem in farming?
Yeah.
When did you ever debate about agriculture? When was that ever brought up?
And I'm sorry, not farming, framing. I apologize. I misspoke. Framing the conversation, not farming. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Good catch. Framing the conversation.
I know.
I'm sorry. I was busy reading and talking at the same time. But anyway, looking at this article from August, I see them talking about the potentiality between the candidates, talking about the messaging, talking about all of this other stuff, but there's nowhere that they're actually showing that Kamala Harris was predicted to win the presidential election. So, yeah, I mean, can you find the actual CNN poll, or are you just going to stick with, oh, they're taking stuff offline?
No, I've read it, and I posted on other accounts. Sure. I know exactly where it was. The accounts that are gone, I'm on like 57, dude.
Oh, so, okay. So not only is the article no longer online, but the article is no longer on your other account where you had it. It's just like, now we truly have to trust you, bro.
I know. Heaven forbid the Democrats that, you know, supported C19.
Oh, no. Heaven forbid that you actually come up here with factual information instead of speaking out of the side of your neck.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So again, there were no polls that actually predicted that Kamala Harris would actually win the presidential election. There were polls that showed that the performance of Kamala Harris would be better than the performance of Joseph Robinette Biden, and which it was. That's why the actual election ended up being the closest election in modern U.S. history. So for you to sit here and say polls are wrong, no, polls are right. Anywho, you got like really just, you went off on this whole like weird tangent, but can you prove to me that the poll numbers aren't
subjective? I already made the disclaimer.
I don't care about your subjective opinions then. Like, your opinion should be actually relocated in facts, right? Like, that's how we create opinions. Okay. Or do you create opinions from the fifties in your tum-tum?
Okay, well, we'll state a fact here. We had a more popular candidate than you, true or false, and we won and you lost, true or false.
Well, the first part false, the second part true.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the overall quote unquote popularity, no, absolutely not. And you even, like, this is the disclaimer that you guys try to give us today. Yeah, you said you had a more popular candidate. No, that's not true. Like, even this is the actual disclaimer is still given. This is the excuse that MAGA uses every single time. Well, I personally think that he's a horrible person. Personally, I don't support him. I don't support his personal actions, but so as far as like
differential spread and vote count,
it was a little over 1%, less than 2 million votes.
And who's in favor?
What do you mean?
Who got more votes?
Did you know more people voted against Donald Trump than for Donald Trump?
Dude, you don't get to count up all the other fucking third party.
Yeah, you do. That's how votes work. You count them all. More people in the 2024 election voted against. I hear you. No, he wasn't. Like, literally, he wasn't. Yes or no? Yeah, I answered your yes or no question. You answer mine.
Numbers prove you wrong.
Sure, that's fine. Did more people vote for or against Donald Trump? Which one?
Doesn't matter.
Answer the question. Why are you being disingenuous now? Like, I answered your question. Why are you dodging mine?
Because you're moving the goalpost. You can't.
I'm not. You're the one that brought this up. You brought up the popularity, and now I'm speaking to the numbers.
Exactly.
And now you don't want to talk about the numbers.
No, Trump had the most numbers of any candidate. True or false?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer your question until you answer mine.
Stating him to be more popular, you idiot.
Hey, banana. Did more people vote for or against?
Lose everything. You can't accept your health and grow as
bud. Hey, bud. Hey. I need you to answer this question. Be really specific. Did more people vote for or against Donald Trump in the 2024 election? You're muted.
I'll tell you what. I will answer that question, but there's a subjective disclaimer.
There's not. I don't care about any of that. I want you just to answer the question directly the same way that I've been answering been answering all of your questions directly. Answer my question.
You identify as Kamala's votes.
Yeah. So listen, bud, again, if you can't actually answer a direct question, then you're a bigger loser than you already projected to be. Right. So again, I've answered your questions directly, and I don't understand why is it you're so stuck on quote unquote winning or losing. You can't deal with reality. answer the question. Did more people vote for or against Donald Trump in the 2024 election?
If you can't answer my question genuinely,
I've already answered multiple questions. This is the last time. Answer the question, and then I'll answer whatever questions you have. I don't have a problem answering a question. You're the one that has an issue with answering questions. So the question is, were there more people that voted for or against Donald Trump in the 2024 election?
Oh, there was more that voted against him. That wasn't my argument. That wasn't what you stood behind.
Perfect. So you sitting here talking about popularity, that doesn't actually speak to the popularity.
More popular than yours. I said your candidate, my candidate.
That's fine. That's fine. But again, when you talk about
Kamala, I watched you.
Yeah,
your candidate, my candidate.
So you're fine. That's cool.
Popular.
You're a fan. That's cool. So the point that I made is even in the disclaimer that people currently give, even in the disclaimer that Trump supporters currently give and gave prior to the election, the disclaimer is, well, I don't like him personally. I don't stand behind him as a person. I don't like the things that he do in his personal life. But, and that's been the actual disclaimer of MAGA and Trump supporters. Am I wrong?
Oh, I don't speak on other people's opinions. I
cool. Do you support the actual personal things that Donald Trump has done?
The personal things, I voted for him to be the head of the executive branch.
That's fine. But do you support the personal things that Donald Trump has done?
What personal things has he done?
The fact that he raped E. Jean Carroll, the fact that he has been openly racist, sexist. Yeah, it's literally been proven. Regardless, he has 24 credible counts of SA. Do you personally? No, you have to answer my question first. You told me you wanted clarification on the personal things. I'm clarifying. Now I need you to answer the question.
They're gifting to kick me. Do it.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna do this because shut up. It's weird, right, chat? Like they're absolutely weird. When they get cooked and they know they have nothing else, they start to do like the weird crash out thing. And for him to say, they're gifting to kick me, they're gifting to kick me. Who the fuck said anything about a gift to kick? He's fucking weird. They're literally weird. That's first and foremost, we don't quote unquote gift the kick around here. Secondly, if you would like to actually engage with the debate, then actually engage. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Third, I control this live. No one else. So if you get kicked, it's because I make the decision to kick you, but you aren't here to debate.
I know,
you're just here to actually ramble and flail around like whatever you're doing. So this is me telling you directly, hey, lock in and actually debate.
Okay, go ahead. You already lost the first talk point. Canada was more popular.
You literally haven't. You haven't proven how the poll numbers don't stink. So I'll give you the floor. Prove to me that the poll numbers don't stink.
Oh, no, I said that was subjective. You can have that little tiny W.
Okay, so, all right, perfect. So you were past that and the poll numbers thing. Cool. Pick another one.
Okay. Trump versus E. Jean Carroll, Lower Manhattan Court. Verdict.
Sure. Is that on the background?
One. Did Trump grape?
Hey. Is that on the background?
Yes or no?
Is that on the background?
Did Trump grape Miss Carroll? Yes or no? No, you said.
Bud. I said pick another one.
You lied about it.
Hold on.
You lied.
I said pick another one. These are all here.
Now you're moving.
Hey, helmet. Again, lock the fuck in. Do you see E. Jean Carroll anywhere on this background? Do you see?
You brought it up.
Okay, you started talking about the actual personal. That's fine. Hey, lock the fuck in. Pick something on the background.
Lock the fuck in, big man. Did you lie? Lock the fuck in. Don't be a bitch.
Helmet. You're so fucking disingenuous. Like, why?
So fucking illiterate.
No, shut up. Now I'm putting you in like the torture rack, right? You're just gonna sit here and you're gonna be quiet, right? Because this is what it comes down to. I'm so sick of you disingenuous Trump supporters, right? You guys have nothing. You're not smart. You're not funny. Like, you don't know how to actually research. You don't know things. You're just mediocre. And you come up here and you lie and you spin and you pivot and you think that people are supposed to respect anything that you have to say. No one respects the stuff that you have to say because you have nothing of substance. You have no morality. You have nothing. Like, and for you to come up here and be disingenuous and won't directly engage with it, you guys can't even answer simple questions. You won't answer simple questions because your actual framework, the framework of your reality is so fragile. Like, it's so fragile. That's all you got. Like, it's weird. You guys are weird. W's in the chat for Muzan, who just became a late night tuber. Muzan, W's in the chat for you. What up? W's in the chat for Ashley for the $10 super chat to say Trump would love to make Mandani happen. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I get Mobdani. Oh, wait, Mobdani like Donald Trump. Oh, that's clever. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for I can't see your whole username. Where's your whole username? I can't see your whole username. It looks like Mariah. I can't see your whole username. I'm sorry. But you sent 200 Nordic. Thank you so much for that actual super chat. And you said Guardians of the PDF files. Indeed. How many of Dean's guests has turned out to be absolute PDF file monsters lately? We need to fight this. Love from Norway. Absolutely. Like they're all this way. Like that's the catch. They're all this way. W's in the chat for calling for the $5 Canadian. Say, Santana, love watching you, Dean Parker, but your audience chat people that call in are so much more mature and palatable. Keep grinding. Sometimes they are, right? Sometimes they are, but then sometimes we get like these absolute morons like this guy here who won't even engage in reality. So you can't actually say that all of them that way. Anyway, guys, if anyone would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Make sure you're hitting the like buttons, guys. Like the stream over on YouTube and also like here on TikTok. Helmet, would you like to engage in one of the points on the background? Yes or no?
Yeah, well, if you'd like to engage in the
sure, pick one of the ones on the background.
Well, you're going to tell the chat you lied?
Last chance, bud. Pick one on the background.
Let's see. Guardians of the PDF files for 400, Alex.
All right. So the Republican Party specifically is the guardian of the PDF files. And when I say PDF files, I don't mean just the Epstein files. Yes, we can talk about the Epstein files and the delay tactics that were used by the Trump administration. But just overall, the Trump administration has continued to surround themselves with PDF files. So my question is why? Why are they doing that?
Oh, because you guys didn't leave shit behind when you child fuckers left the White House. Yeah, you left the FBI and the DOJ.
Listen, bud, I know you're sitting here trying to get kicked.
It's hard to shuck and jive for pedophiles, dude. It's kind of weird.
Listen. Now the crash out. I saw someone say crash out is coming, and that's literally what he's doing. He's now trying to get kicked because he has nothing. Hey, turn on your camera, bud. Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. I sent you a request. Turn on your camera. Oh, now you know how to stay muted. Now you know how to stay muted and you won't turn on your camera.
Why do I need to turn on?
Turn on your camera, bud. Come on. Because if you're going to say all the weird shit, you got to turn on your camera. Listen, I'll let you say all the weird shit that you want, but you got to turn on your camera before you can say your weird shit. So turn on the camera or you don't get to say the weird shit. Turn on your camera. Bub, turn on your camera. See, this is what they've been doing this entire time. They literally crash out because they don't know things. There we go. All right, perfect. Now, what was the weird shit that you were just saying?
Yeah, why did you guys leave it for 4 years? You didn't go to a single.
That's not what you just said. Say what you just said. No. Say what you just said with your whole chest. What did you just say?
Yeah, you defended a bunch of child fuckers.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're using. Okay, cool.
For 4 years.
Yeah. So we understand what happened as far as the files being sealed. There was an active, not only investigation, but a case.
DOJ could request that at any time, like they did with.
Sure. Can I finish my sentence?
Judges and the
can I finish my sentence?
Trump DOJ did
like that. I was saying, the actual case was
they could
still
do something that others couldn't.
Shushies, bub. You got to hear what I'm saying in order to be able to actually understand what I'm saying. So what happened was the files were still they were still sealed because there was an active court case happening. And then not only was there an active court case happening, but Maxwell was currently in the process of appeals and all this other stuff. So once that actually finished in February, everything was able to be unsealed, where the Pam Bondi-led Justice Department actually had the ability to then release the files. So the Trump administration released everything. I'm sorry, the Biden administration released everything that they could at the time. And the Trump administration doubled down and actually released the same information in January that the Biden administration had already released. Now you may speak.
When did Epstein die?
Was there still a case that was happening?
No, not when he died.
Yes, there was.
They could have requested.
Yes, there was. No, because Maxwell was still. You keep saying that. Wait. You keep saying that, but you're being disingenuous because Maxwell was still on trial.
Disingenuous with fucking pedophiles?
Yeah, no, listen. You are being disingenuous as fuck. When did Ghislaine Maxwell?
Fuck you, pedo protector.
When was she? Listen. I know you're crashing out, bud. I know you're crashing out. You're fucking crashing out because you have nothing. You can't even engage in a normal conversation. You guys can't be normal. Like, try to actually be normal. When was Maxwell sentenced? And you can't smoke on fucking TikTok live.
Wasn't it 2019?
Say it again?
2019, 2020?
No, she was not.
2020?
She was, if she was, okay, stop. I'm just going to look this up and I'll give you the exact date as far as when she was sentenced and then the actual appeal.
Why are you moving the goalpost? Jeffrey Epstein was dead. They could have went after that at any time.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but that doesn't mean that he was the only person that was actually a defendant, and they had to go through the appeal process. Was Jeffrey Epstein the only one that was on trial?
Jeffrey Epstein could appeal.
Was Jeffrey Epstein the only person? Was Jeffrey Epstein the only person that was on trial?
In his individual case, yes, because it got dropped.
Okay, so him and Ghislaine Maxwell case wasn't connected. So
no,
was there?
Were linked, but
there were. So was there information that was shared between both? Who's moving the goalpost? You're being disingenuous.
You're
how am I moving the goalpost? I know you keep saying the things because you don't have anything. But again, answer the question.
Who had the evidence? Who had the evidence substantiated?
The Justice Department. Now answer the question. Answer the question. Were the two cases connected and shared information?
Mueller, Chris Ray.
Hey, I don't want you rambling. I want you to answer my question. I literally just answered your question. Were the two cases connected and did they share information?
Oh, we don't know because we haven't seen them. So everything you said is
the answer is yes. That's why the information was sealed. Yes, it literally was. That's why the information was sealed. You're being, you know what?
All right, show me the proof. Show me the proof, dumbass.
Yeah, show me the proof they're connected. It was literally sealed by a grand jury.
No, it's been denied by 2 Obama judges and 1
that's not true.
All denied July and
show me the proof. Show me the proof.
Pedo protector.
Show me the proof.
Pedo protector.
Hey, show me the proof, Bubba. Where's the proof that it was denied by? Until you show me the proof that it was denied by 2 Obama judges, I don't want to hear what you have to say. You're making claims and you don't have proof. Every single time that you've made a claim and I've looked it up, you don't have shit. And so in order for you to actually move forward, I need you to either show me the proof or concede that you're wrong. I don't care which one, but it has to be one of the two.
Okay. Notice how he said his ability to look it up, but he's
one of the two. Either the proof, or you concede, or you just lose.
I know you over like I did.
Yeah. There we go. Listen, you've been trying to get kicked the entire time. You guys are fucking weird. You guys are fucking weird, and you're fucking weak. It's wild. You're weak and weird. Like the entire time. That's all. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the only thing he did the entire time. And sit there and say, well, my opinions is based on nothing. Fucking weird. W's in the chat for Sky, who sent a $5 donation saying, is Banana Helmet a self-proclaiming he's a dickhead? Yeah, he was absolutely a dickhead. Like, I saw that. W's in the chat for Sky. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, make sure you hit that follow button. Look up at the top. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. We are only looking to talk to Trump supporters. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not talking to friendlies. And if you come up, like, just don't be weird for like 10 minutes, please. Just be normal for 10 minutes. Kevin, are you a Trump supporter? Kevin, are you a Trump supporter? Okay. All right, drop Kevin down. Jack, are you a Trump supporter?
Hello.
Hi, Jack. Are you a Trump supporter?
This isn't Jack.
It says Jack King. Who are you?
Oh, now how does it say Jack King? I don't know. I just opened this profile. My name's Lamore.
Lenore?
Lamore with an M like Mary.
Lamore. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lamore, are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Lamore.
Wholehearted.
Would you like to play a game?
Certainly.
All right. I would just like to know where's the lie, right? And I know for a fact that MAGA is the party of violence. Hate is required.
Party of violence. Hate required. Polls. The whole thing is a lie.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's incorrect. Actually, all of them are true. So can you pick one that you...
So give me one you'd like me to start with. How about the top one, party of violence?
Sure. Go ahead. Tell me why you don't think that MAGA is the party of violence.
Well, because MAGA wasn't the one that destroyed our cities back a couple of years ago in the Summer of Love.
That's a good one. I like talking about that one. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Before we talk about the Summer of Love, I just want to...
Hold on. The riots that are going... I'm not finished, please.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I apologize.
It's okay. Riots that are going on right now in the city. And the riots with the ICE bullshit. The riots with the ICE stuff that's going on.
Sure. Can you be specific and tell me where I can find riots with the ICE bullshit?
Well, yeah, at the ICE facilities and the facilities.
So do you consider protests outside of ICE facilities riots?
No, I don't consider protests riots. I consider violence while protesting riots. Yeah.
Okay. Can you identify where the protesters have been violent and not ICE actually being violent?
They're getting shot at.
When did they get shot at?
Just a couple weekends ago.
Sure.
A couple of weeks ago.
Can you point me in the direction where any ICE members actually got shot at?
Yeah, there's been 4 or 5 different incidences where officers have been shot.
Where?
What states?
Sure. What state, what city? Where can I find this information?
I can't remember what states, but if you'd like me to look it up, I can look it up for you.
Sure. Go ahead and look it up. I got a couple of thank yous I need to read off anyway. So you go ahead and take your time. W's in the chat for Feisty. Feisty sent a $15 donation saying that dude looks like an hour of, he took up an hour of Parker's time last night. Should have known it. He was just a waste of time, space, and energy. W's in the chat for Allison for the $2 donation saying that guy was so gross he actually gave my husband the ick as well. I think he gave the entire chat an ick. As a matter of fact, I think the entire chat needs a palate cleanser. Like, he was gross. W's in the chat for Derek for the $5 donation saying for being awesome. Derek, you're way more awesome. Thank you so much for the 5. W's in the chat for Darius for the $5 donation saying, she says cities were destroyed. How does a destroyed city fix itself just in a few years? Are we in a Marvel movie? Make her explain. Don't worry, I'm going to make her explain a lot. I don't think she can, but I'm going to try. Also, W's in the chat for Shannon over on the YouTube that sent a laughing disco. W's in the chat for everyone. Guys, if you would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Let's see here. All right. Do you have that information?
Yep. There was just one.
You have to, while you're out of the app, I can't hear what you're saying. So you have to remember it and then tell me.
Sorry, there was one recently in Chicago where the gentleman was shot fatally. There's also been a few of them.
Wait, hold on. And just to verify, not the protesters, but you're saying that members of ICE were shot, right?
Yes, officers were shot, correct.
Okay,
federal officers.
Perfect. Give me 1 second. Where are you seeing that information? Because I'm going to pull it up right now.
Hold on, let me. CNN.
Okay, let's see here.
Now, other than that, there's been
Hold on. No. I don't want you. No. You don't get to. No, you just gave me this information. We need to talk about it. All right. So you said CNN. I'm not seeing it. Can you grab the title of the article so I can pull it up? Hey, chat, just an FYI, I have found one in Chicago where it says man shot and unalive by ICE agent in Franklin Park. So I definitely found ICE agents taking the lives of people in Chicago, but I can't find the other one. Let's see what she comes up with.
It says amid chaos, blah, blah, blah. Somebody got shot. So.
Oh, okay. Did you just Google it, or did you actually read the information? Like, did you verify that before you started?
I did just Google it, but I'm telling you that not because I just Googled it. I'm telling you because I saw it on the television, on the news.
But this is the thing. So what you're actually referring to is a person that was shot by an ICE agent. There's been multiple reports of people being shot by ICE agents, but there hasn't been any reports by
ICE agents are using paintballs.
They're not.
Seriously.
They're not. They've literally, they did use actual rubber bullets and shot a priest in the face with a rubber bullet, but they've actually been really using real bullets as well. So now, like I said, I have, literally, this is one right here. I was just telling the chat about it. A ICE agent shot and took the life of. Hold on. You said you haven't seen anything. I'm telling you about it.
But officers are allowed to use real bullets.
Yeah,
where the problem is,
that's fine. Shushies. I'm answering your claim. So what happened here? New information released on Tuesday about the deadly shooting by ICE agents in Northwest suburban Franklin Park back in September. A Department of Homeland Security officer says the agent was trying to make an arrest on the morning of Friday, September the 12th, but the man resisted and tried to drive his vehicle into the agent. The agent then opened fire. The incident ended in an undocumented driver who was later identified as 38-year-old Mexican immigrant Salvero Village Gonzalez. This guy lost his life. Again, can you tell me where an actual ICE agent was shot? You're on mute. I'm going to send you a request to come off mute.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So the Department of Justice has a link as well about 10 incidences where there was violence against ICE agents.
Sure. What's the name, and are they actually being shot, or are you saying that people were resisting?
This one is violence. No, this one is just violence against them. Now,
okay, so can we drop the claim as far as ICE agents being shot then?
No, just because I didn't find it on a second that I had to Google doesn't mean it didn't happen. If I heard it on the
news,
news,
it is that you're making things up, and if
I'm
you
not
can't
making it up.
substantiate,
I heard it on the news.
Okay, then what news did you hear it on? Where can we find this?
I heard it on Fox Television, on Fox TV.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God!
Wait a minute! Don't call me a liar. Don't call me a liar just because I didn't find it on a second that I had to Google. I can't even Google while I'm on the app.
Fine. You absolutely can. Take more than a second. I got a couple of thank yous. Go ahead and find it for me. W's in the chat for Jeanette, who sent a $1 donation saying, according to ICE.gov, the last quote unquote fallen ICE agent was Joseph S. Love, who died on September 19th, 2024. Yeah. Thank you for that, Jeanette. You're awesome. W's in the chat for Celise, I think that's how you pronounce it. Celise, who sent a $30 donation saying DOD open investigation into Mark Kelly for the comments about not following illegal orders. We're living in a dystopian nightmare. Thank you for continuing to use your voice. Absolutely. Listen, like, I know times are scary and like things are weird. I keep the hope that we're going to be able to get past this and somehow pull out of this Trump fuel nightmare that we live in. Like I'm hopeful. W's in the chat for Forever, who sent a $2 super chat to say case dismissed on Letitia James and Comey. You no way. Did both of those cases just get dismissed? Oh, I have to look that up. I absolutely have to look that up. Ooh, I have to look that up. Oh, wait, here it is. Yes. Comey Comey James case dismissed by judge, qualifies interim U.S. Attorney Lindsay. Holy smokes. Both cases, because it was a witch hunt, it was, we already know what it was. Both cases were absolutely dismissed. Holy smokes. This Trump administration has nothing. Has nothing. Holy shit. W's in the chat for Kara, who sent a $5 donation saying, ma'am, of course you're lying. You literally don't even know why your phone says your name is Jack. Exactly. Like, I think there's a lot of lies there. W's in the chat for Serena, who sent a $3 donation saying, how does she feel about ICE agents' arrest in Minnesota for trying to solicit sex from a minor? I would love to hear the answer to that one. I would love to hear an answer to that one. Hey, you got to come back in the app. If you don't,
okay,
that's what I'm saying.
An eye exam plus 2 pairs of glasses for $95 at America's Best.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're playing something.
Several reports of
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You're playing something.
Yeah. Hold on, by accident. Hold on.
Okay. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything's accepted and things appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. All right, go ahead.
Can I send you this link somehow?
You can just tell me what it is and I can pull it up.
It's on YouTube. Hold on, let me see what it's called. Hang on, let me go back to it real quick. It says immigration. No, hold on. No, cross little. Hold on, let me get back.
What are we doing? Hey guys, 2,000 of us hanging out here, 600 plus over on YouTube. Guys, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're over here, make sure you hit that follow button. You look up at the top, you see the word follow. It means you're not following me. Hit that follow button and also follow the main account. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between both of these accounts. So make sure you follow both of them and drop in the chat. Let me know when you followed it and make sure you hit that follow button over on YouTube. A lot of people watch, but you guys forget to hit the follow button. So make sure you hit the follow button over on YouTube and like the stream. It'll help push the stream out. All right, go ahead.
There it is. I just sent it to you. See up there?
No. What are you talking about?
I sent you the link. It's
how did you send me the link?
There it is on the chat.
Yeah, I can't see. There's 2,000 people in this chat. I can't see that.
Okay. Well, it's
Just
about
tell me what it is.
It's shots being fired at Border Patrol, ICE, Border Patrol, whatever. Same difference.
Wait, so is Border Patrol the same as Chicago? How close is Chicago to the border?
How close is it's not close to the border, but it
So
doesn't
why
matter.
are you giving me
It's
something
irrelevant.
about the border? You said that it was
Patrol
happening.
and ICE
No.
federal agents- Listen,
You
you're
said
asking
so.
me
Two different
the-
things.
the-
Hold on.
The question is about is
Hold
about
on,
violence.
Hold on. So one, you said that you had information about Chicago, and then two, you said ICE. Now three, Chicago and the border nowhere near each other, and four, ICE and Border Patrol are two different entities. So now you're changing your entire argument. I need you to lock in and pick a struggle because what you're saying now completely crosses the lines of what you were talking about. W's in the chat for Mass Grandma, who sent a $5 donation saying, did you hear about the grandma who was arrested by the cops in Alabama for protesting in an inflatable penis costume? I did not, but that sounds hilarious. I'm going to have to look it up. You have to come off mute in order to be able to speak. I sent you a request, but you're still on mute.
Mike, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's hitting mute all the time. Anyways, the bottom line is if the
Can
argument
you answer
is
what I
about-
said? Can you speak to
Yeah.
what I said?
Yes, if the argument is about party of violence, the violence is all of it is on you guys' side. And then you guys have the audacity to blame us. I mean, if I don't remember the specific detail, fine.
It's
Maybe I
not
was
about
wrong
remembering the specific details. It's about actually having something to back up the thing that you say. Like literally, you came on here and you made statements, and from your statements,
go
hold on,
outside.
hold
Look
on,
at the-
hold
look
on,
at the
hold on,
no
hold
pay
on,
protest.
hold
Look at all
on.
these ridiculous-
Hey, MAGA Granny, slow down.
I'm not a MAGA granny yet.
Listen,
I'm
you
just a
came up
mom.
here and you made claims. And then
Correct.
after making your claims, you then tried to find information to fit your claim instead of actually finding information and then making a claim. You're literally trying to find something that justifies the things that you're saying because you don't have any information or fact. That's why you're scrambling looking for something when you actually don't know anything.
You're hanging on to one little detail. Okay, maybe
what's the one little detail?
Maybe I misspoke. Maybe there wasn't a bullet, but there's a shitload of violence against these federal,
Let's talk about the violence.
Authorities.
Sure, let's talk about the violence. How do you feel about Donald Trump saying that members of Congress need to be unalived?
Well, he said that in response to a commercial that they put out, correct?
Yeah, you can call it a commercial, sure.
Right, saying that they should, members of the military should not obey illegal orders, insinuating that he's giving illegal orders, which he isn't. They never specified.
That's fine. Should the military obey illegal orders? Yes or no?
Of course not, but they know that.
So then if they shouldn't, then what's the problem with saying it?
Because what they're doing is they're insinuating by saying that he's giving illegal orders or that he's getting ready to.
That's a fact, right? I mean, we agree on that, right? Like we agree, we agree that that the military should not disobey illegal orders, right?
Yes, they should not follow illegal orders.
Exactly.
Correct.
So what's the problem with us saying that? Why is there such an issue?
He hasn't given illegal orders.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Even if I grant you that, what's the problem with saying that the military should not follow illegal orders? What's the problem?
The problem is they are encouraging subversion. They're encouraging every single. Yes, they are.
How can there be subversion as long as the orders aren't illegal?
They're encouraging for every single member of the low-ranking member of the military.
Sure, but again,
to start questioning.
How can this be subversion if the orders are not illegal?
Because they're encouraging people that are low-ranking officers, low-ranking military members to question the instructions and the directions of their officers. Their
okay, but if the orders are not illegal, what does it matter?
Because you can't do that in an army where you're fighting a war, you're fighting whatever it is, right? You have to be able to listen to your commanding officer and obey the whole.
When did they say don't listen to or obey lawful orders and commands?
By saying you should question every order that is given.
They didn't say you should question every order. That's not what it said.
That's what they're encouraging. That's what you have to.
That's not what they said.
That's what they're encouraging.
So wait, so your thing is them actually saying, oh, you should not obey unlawful orders is the same thing as them saying you need to question every single thing that comes.
No, I'm saying that it is insinuating that.
Who? Like, wait, just because you picked up on the insinuation? Like, I didn't pick up on that insinuation.
You should have.
Why? Why? Because wait, hold on. If he's not doing anything illegal, then what does it matter?
Why say that if he's not doing anything illegal?
There's a lot of stuff that's stated that needs to be stated that, like, again, if you and I were sitting here saying, if I tell you, hey, don't go shoplift, is that a problem if I tell you don't go shoplifting?
Yeah, I would say, why the fuck are you telling me to not shoplift? Am I a thief?
Because you shouldn't shoplift.
I know, but
no one should shoplift.
Why do you need to tell me that? Am I a thief? What if I told you? What if I told you, hey, when you go out with that girl tonight, don't rape her? It's offensive, and it's first of all making an assumption that you're a rapist or that I'm a thief.
Hit dogs holler. Hit dogs holler. You're literally sitting here saying you have a problem with something that was said, and the reason why you have a problem is because apparently it triggered you. Like, again, if you were sit here and say, if you were sit here and say, hey, when you go out, don't grape this person. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm not going to grape this person. So, like, I don't care.
Why would
you're sitting here? You're sitting here getting so emotionally triggered because Trump's doing some fucked up shit.
No, and
that's what it is.
Listen,
Trump is out here giving orders that come close to illegal orders, and you know it, and that's why you're so triggered.
No, they shouldn't be questioning authority. This is the whole concept of the army. When you're in the army,
they're not questioning authority. They're saying that don't follow illegal orders.
They are putting that thought into the common member of the
this is literally something that this is a part of their oath.
Doing that. That's right.
This is a part of their oath.
Exactly, it's a part of their oath.
So are you saying that people can't remind them of their oath?
No.
Are you saying that people shouldn't remind them of their oath?
Remind them of their oath. That's fine, but don't say
that's exactly what they did.
In a way, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They said it in a very inflammatory manner. And
no,
you
just
know
because your fifis were hurt.
No,
and
my
you for some
weren't hurt.
Your fifis are hurt.
My fifis weren't hurt. Listen, I'm not a member of the military. I'm not a member.
The fifis in your tum-tum are bubbling up. They're really big. They're absolutely hurt. That's the only reason you're saying this.
I come from a country where everyone goes to the army. Okay. I didn't.
Where do you come from?
I come
from Israel.
Are you from Israel? Yeah, I am.
Fucking knew it.
I fucking knew it. What?
Really quick. Something. I'm from the U.S.
Okay, I was born in Israel. I grew up here since age 6. I'm now 56.
Really quick. I just, since you brought that up, and this isn't for you, but I need to make sure the chat knows. Hey chat. Just FYI for the chat. Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal. Israel is a terrorist state, and free Palestine until it's backwards. Just
you can say that all you want. It doesn't matter.
I was talking to the chat. Wasn't talking to you.
That's
talking
fine.
To the chat. Wasn't talking to you. Anyway, yeah. Just because people are forced to join the IDF in Israel, and like no one gives a shit. Anyway, you were saying. W's in the chat for Nan, who sent a $5 donation, saying, "I don't know how you manage this circus. It's hard. It's literally hard. These people suck." W's in the chat for Serena, who sent a $3 donation, saying, "Actual military leaders reminding officers all the time that they are not to follow unlawful orders. Does she think all military leaderships are violating their oath and insinuating something by telling their command to uphold their law and uphold the law and their oath? I don't know. Like, that's what I've been saying." W's in the chat for Carpet, who sent a $2 super chat and just sent love. And then W's in the chat for Ellie, who sent a $10 super chat to say, "What is she talking about? I served for 14 years. What's wrong with soldiers questioning their leadership? Shit like that is how Mile Massacre occurred. We aren't robots or blind droids." Exactly. Like, that's the entire point. That's literally the entire point. W's in the chat for the gifters. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Would you like to finish your statement?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be robots or blind droids, but you're supposed to be obedient to your leadership, to your commanding officer.
Following commands and being obedient?
Imagine in a war, in a wartime situation where all the people in your troop or whatever start questioning whether your directions are lawful or not. They're not lawyers. They're soldiers. There's an officer that handles legal matters. And typically in these units, if there's an illegal order going out, it's his job to bring it up and to stop it. It's not the job of the soldier to stop before moving on a command and question his commanding officer. It's not.
Again,
you're talking about situations where there's life and death typically.
Yeah, I'm so confused as far as why there is an issue with actually quote unquote questioning whether orders are unlawful or lawful or whatever the case may be.
Why is there a question with him saying to hang him? Who cares?
Yeah, because he's literally calling for the unalivement.
He can call for it all he wants. It's not going to happen unless it goes through a court and they're found guilty, right? So who gives a shit what he says?
Yeah. Sorry, I'll respond to something. Yeah, he's the president of the United States. Literally the president of the United States. He has a responsibility to actually not use inflammatory language and say that we should. Yes, he does. He's the president of the United.
No, he doesn't. They use inflammatory language every day.
So you're just going to be disingenuous.
Have you ever heard some of the shit coming out of the mouth of the Congress or the Senate?
Sure. Tell me another time that a member of the Congress, a Democrat, a member of the Congress, or even a former president said that a member of Congress or Donald Trump should be unalive. Tell me one time.
Not Donald Trump. Forget Donald Trump.
Sure, that's fine. Tell me about another time they said they should be unalived.
How about Chuck Schumer saying to Kavanaugh, "You've unleashed the," whatever the hell he was saying about the I think it was the abortion case that was in front of him, and he was saying, "You've unleashed."
So what you're saying is you can't tell me another time where You can't tell me another time where there was a member of the Democratic Congress that actually called for the unalivement of the opposite side. Got it.
How about what's her name? Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters?
Yeah, but she was saying,
I talked about that one last night.
Punch them in the face.
She didn't say that.
Schumer was saying,
she literally didn't say that. No, she didn't.
You know what's funny?
You know what's funny? She said confront them. Yes.
If you run into them in a restaurant, confront them, punch them. She said I was going to punch.
No, so now I'm going to mute you because you're lying. Right? She absolutely did say confront them, but she didn't say anything about punching them because again, I had this. No, stop.
That she wanted to punch.
Shushies, bud. Shushies. So I'm going to pull up this quote from Maxine Waters because I literally talked to someone about this yesterday. Hey, you don't have to keep railroading or doing whatever you're doing. Guess what?
She said it. She said
We're going to pull it up. Hey, I understand you're trying to crash out right now, but I don't want you to. I want you to stay right here with me. Right? So what I'm going to do is pull up the actual quote and we're going to read it, right?
What is this?
I'm muting you. That's me. Stay on mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stay on mute. So I'm going to pull up the actual quote from, I don't know what's going on with your sound. Stay on mute. Maxine Waters, right? Why do you keep coming off? There we go. All right, let's get the specific quote because, again, I had to go through this yesterday, all right? And what I'm going to do is read off the quote from Maxine Waters, and then I'm going to read out what Donald Trump said. All right, so this was Maxine Waters. She was at a rally, and at the rally, she said, if you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet. Maxine Waters, Democrat, California, told supporters at a rally in Los Angeles over the weekend, if you see somebody from the Trump cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd and you push back on them and you tell them they're not welcome anymore anywhere, right? So that was Maxine Waters speaking to the fact that you have to let them know that one, what they're doing is fucked up, and two, that they're not welcome. Cool. Now, I'm going to read Donald Trump's actual response. And I need you to come back in the app. Don't run. I feel like you're trying to run. There we go. Perfect. So Donald Trump actually, this was a reply to the actual video that was posted by the Washington Examiner when they were talking about it. And Donald Trump said, it's called sedition. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. An example must be set. President DJT. He then followed that up with seditious behavior, punishable by death. So what I need you to tell me is which one of those quotes actually are not only worse, but incites violence. You can come off mute now. All right, well, while she battles the mute button, W's in the chat for Ashley for the $5 donation saying the military does not need to be reminded, or the military does need to be reminded because Trump has caused an insurrection already and people are blindly followed and committed many crimes. We should be cautious based on his past. Exactly. Also, Article 92. W's in the chat for Alicia for the $1 donation saying, how does she feel about the German soldiers during World War II not questioning authority? How do you feel about that? Actually, I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. I would love to know the answer to that. Come off mute. Why you couldn't stop coming off mute before, but now for some reason you can't come off mute? That's suspicious. Why are you teacupping? Don't run. Come off mute. I'm going to send you a request to come off mute again. Or I can't. I got to wait 39 seconds. I'm going to come back to that question. I'm not letting you get away from that one. W's in the chat for Gucci for the $5 donation saying, I don't know about her, but I've been inclined to commit a crime because someone told me to not commit a crime. I said, I've never been, sorry, Gucci. I've never been inclined to commit a crime because someone told me not to. Exactly. Doesn't make sense. W's in the chat for Danelle, who sent a $2 donation saying, based on her logic, we should stop telling kids not to do rugs. Exactly. That whole like DARE campaign, shouldn't have done it. Should not have done it. W's in the chat for Joe for the $4 donation saying the MAGA mind cult will be studied for generations. Anyway, here's a donation for the pistachio fund. I'll take it. W's in the chat. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm going to send you another request to come off mute because, again, you for some reason won't come off mute. W's in the chat for Dragon Wizard over on the YouTubes who sent a $5 super chat to say someone needs to be introduced, someone needs to introduce MAGA to the the Nuremberg trials. Love what you do, Santana. Keep up the great work. Like, exactly. W's in the chat for Eli for the $5, Ellie, not Eli. Ellie for the $5 super chat. Santana, I serve. Can I request up and school her on lawful orders in the military? We actually had someone who was going to come up for a moment, but they got a call, so there's that. And plus, now she's hiding on mute. Like, literally, she's been coming off mute this entire time, but for some reason now she has no idea how to come off mute. I've sent her a request to come off mute multiple times, but for some reason now she can't come off mute. Hey, I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. We see you teacupping. Why won't you come off mute? Yeah. We see you teacupping. We know that you're swiping in and out of the app. Come off of mute. She's sitting there playing in our face, chat. Chat, she's playing in our face. She's playing in our face like we're stupid. You keep swiping in and out. I've sent you a request to come off mute multiple times. I'll send you another one. Wait, come back into the screen. I'll send you another one. Come back into the screen. I'll send you another one. Come back. You have to come back into the app. All right. Boom, there it is. I sent you a request to come off mute. All you got to do is accept the request that I just sent you. Oh, that's such a cowardly move. That's such a cowardly move. Yeah. 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 Hey, Kay.
Hey, did you know that there's a big X at the top, and if you really wanted to leave, you could hit the X and then she would be gone? Mm-hmm. And I'm just letting you know that. You know that, right? I know. Because I want to see how fast she drops when she realizes that if she just hit the X, she could leave instead of being a coward that doesn't want to actually have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. We know what it's about, Kay. We know what she's doing.
I know. But since nothing's happening, nope. Look.
There she goes. She took your advice. She took your advice. She took your advice. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. Well.
All right, Kay. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Please continue. I'm sorry he had a call and they had to go, but.
Yeah. He told me that because I looked over and I saw both of your messages at the same time. So.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. All right, guys. So I got to take off. Wife just got home. We got plans, so I got them. Skedaddle, right? I'd love to keep going, but we got things to do. So I might be back later, but sorry, guys. Got to get out of here. Thank you all for hanging out today. There will be no late nights tonight. Sorry. The Carolina Panthers are playing on Monday Night Football, and I will be watching Monday Night Football. Yeah. Keep pounding. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Got to hit that outro exhaust.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in shame. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok.
Stop it, Dwayne. No, they're not.
Warzone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. Hey. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you all for being here this morning. I know we weren't on for a long time, but we had a great time. Bunch of crash outs. Like, that's all they have now. All they plan on doing from here on out is just crashing out. So there's that. Anyway, I'll be around. I'll be around in some way, shape, or form later. So catch you on the flip side. With that being said, last call for alcohol. Go ahead and hit that follow button. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow and you're not following me, hit that follow button. Follow. If you're over on YouTube, hit that follow. Like the stream before you go out, right? It'll really help. If you hit that like button right before you leave, it'll really, really help. So go ahead and do that. Guys, thank you for all the gifts, the taps, the shares, the like. Thank you all for being absolutely amazing. Thank you for your time. I love you all. And as always...